There's my contrail up in the sky, and here's Tombstone, and he definitely sees me. There's a missile launch, Fox 1 out on plasma. All I can do is burn and hope that I can outrun this missile. Hey everybody, welcome aboard Plasma 1945, loading up with missiles on Growling Sidewinder. We're going to go for a flight and a fight, actually 2 fights with a Mirage, flown by Tombstone from the blue side from Beslan. Alright, loaded up and ready to rock. Our loadout is 5 AIM-120s, 1 AIM-9, and 3 bags. And guys, while I'm taxiing out and taking off, let me remind you that you can support the channel by hitting that thumbs up, like, and share. Also, this video is a kind of a full-length flight, about 15 minutes. Let me know if you like these videos with the extra tack views and extra angles. I know that there is a lot less attention span out there on the internet. The shorts are getting popular, but if you do like these videos, make sure you let me know in the comments to keep making this length, and if they're interesting, I will keep going. Alright, so climbing out and just doing a fence in to make sure that radar, navigation, and all equipment is set. One of the key things to always do in the F-16 if you are taking off is make sure that you go into dogfight mode after taking off. So right now I'm in air-to-air mode. You can tell that by the big circle. Now push dogfight mode and make sure that you turn on your HSD on the right screen. You'll need to click on an empty button and then click on that once and then choose HSD from the right buttons that appear. So this is going to give you data link when you go into dogfight mode, which is crucial, especially if you're flying alone, because then you're going to get that extra situational awareness for engagement's sake when you are going to be in trouble, maybe with even a Mirage. Alright, climbing out of home base here from the red side. Vaziani's behind me, and we're going to go hunt some bandits to the north. Other couple of things to keep in mind is you do need to make sure that you can quickly change the scale on your HSD and FCR. The FCR, which is your radar view on the left side, will zoom in and out as required as hostiles come into it. But the HSD, it's really important to make sure that when you know you're going to go into that merge, you zoom it in all the way to the minimum range, which is 15 miles. So just keep that in mind when you are going to go head to head. You almost have to kind of think ahead. If you think that your missile is not going to hit, first thing you should do is, of course, defend, and then get that HSD zoomed in down to 15 miles. Alright, so we fast forwarded it into the future here. We've got a few bandits inbound. I've got one bandit that is hot on me. He's fairly high. I'm going to take a shot on him just when within range. Fox 3 out, and then I roll out right away because I've got a second bandit coming in from my right side. This guy's even closer. Let's get him locked up and send him a Christmas present as well. So one missile goes left. I had to stop supporting that missile. Here's this guy. Let's lock him up. He's coming in. Just waiting for that perfect moment to pop the missile though. I need to make sure the shot counts. Nose goes up to make sure that it can loft. And there goes the missile. Now this is where it gets a little funky, and here's why. So that missile's out, and just as that happens, I get a pop-up right underneath me. That is a Mirage 2000, and there's already a missile on me. All I can do is lock and shoot a missile real fast and start defending. That actually saved me. As you can see on the TAC view display in the top right hand corner, that was a Mirage 2000 that locked me and fired a Fox 1 530 missile on me. If I hadn't fired my missile and made him go defensive, I would have been very much dead, and this video would have ended here. So within about 20 seconds there, I expended more than half of my Fox 3s. Successfully though, we did get a splash on the second missile that I launched. Even though I broke support for it, it found the target, and there we go, got a kill on an F-16. Alright, we're good. So the second missile though, as you can see there, it flew right by that Mirage and made him defensive, which made him drop lock. Alright, now, on data link, I'm still getting updates that the Mirage is somewhere near me, and I'm looking for him across this mountain. And there he is, flying right over the mountain as I kind of expected him to be. You have to figure out when to predict the data link contacts. Going for a lock. Fox 2 right up the tailpipe. There goes an AIM-9. Easy splash. Tombstone is down in his Mirage 2000. But don't worry, guys. He is going to be back in the air in just a few moments. And it's going to get very saucy. Alright, so one splash on the F-16 with an aim 120 that I kind of stopped supporting, but it found its way. Good missile, it deserves a pet. Now, the second one was luck and a bit of planning, so I was able to get zoomed in on my data link, find that Mirage with vertical scan just as he crossed the mountain. I kind of expected him to be still heading for me. Alright, so 2 splashes, doing pretty good. We still have a few more missiles, and we do have a hostile coming in from Nalchik. So you have to keep awareness of the map. I recommend you study the maps on any multiplayer server that you fly on to figure out where enemies can be coming from which base. Alright guys, so here is how I know that Mirage 2 is coming. He just turned on his radar, and for just a second, he had me painted with a diamond coming in from the right side. Meanwhile, I'm still accelerating and trying to find that new guy coming in from Nalchik. He's just entering radar range. This is it. I'm trying to target this other guy coming in on my nose, but somewhere on the right, from Beslan, there was a brief moment of an M2 spike. Tombstone turned on his radar for just long enough for me to notice him. So what I'm going to do is I am not going to defend. If the enemy shoots a missile at me, I'm not going to defend right, because that's going to turn right into Tombstone. I'm going to defend left. Alright, pretty good lock. We're within 20 miles. I don't want to get any closer. That airplane is crossing my nose. I've got a fairly good closure of 1500, Fox 3, and I roll out to the left. Because to the right, I have Beslan and I have that M2. There goes my 120. It looked pretty good, but it didn't do much damage because this was a Phoenix Task Force pilot who was practicing on Growling Sidewinder, and of course he puts that missile into a notch. So what am I doing here? I'm rolling out to the left. I still have that F-18 on the edge of my radar, leveling out a little bit more, but I know that missile's not going to go anywhere. It's gone pitbull. That tease there shows that it's gone pitbull, so I'm just breaking off and getting out of there. Remember, you have to be continuously aware of your airspace, where the hostiles could be coming from, and that M2 that spiked me just before I fired that missile, I know he's somewhere to the right, so somewhere to the 1 o'clock position. And there we go, after the fact, on TAC view, there he is coming in from my left side now. As I'm extending away, there is my contrail up in the sky, and here's Tombstone, and he definitely sees me. He's got 2 Fox 2s and 2 Fox 1s, and not only can he visually see me, he's also got me on TAF. I've got no spikes from him. I have no notifications. I am just completely clean, just chilling, flying along very calmly. Alright, let's go picture in picture. There's a lock on from M2. He turned on his radar. He's tracking me. I know I'm in trouble. The signal is strong. There's a missile launch. Fox 1 out on plasma. Picture in picture action. All I can do is burn and hope that I can outrun this missile. I force a dive. I know I won't be able to break that lock from the Mirage because it's a very, very tough radar to break. All I can do is accelerate and dive and hope that I can out-G the missile. By doing all these crazy maneuvers, I can force the missile to waste its energy, and also I can keep accelerating. Remember, the missile's motor is no longer burning. It's slowing down and falling behind me while I'm still accelerating. But hey, don't worry about it. There's a second launch from Tombstone. Second Fox 3 on my 6 o'clock. Everything's beeping and blaring. Trying to extend. That M2 still got me locked. What I need to do here is I need to break, not the missile's lock, but I need to break his lock. Sharp turn to the left, put the mountains between me and him. As soon as that lock is broken, if he can't lock me again, the missile's garbage. Alright, survival, and I've zoomed in TAC view in the top right hand corner so you guys can see kind of what's going on. His missile's dumb, he's looking for me. I am trying to pounce on him. He is still not quite on data link. There he is, crossing my nose. I got him visually, and then pulling in behind him. I don't want to spook him. Remember, I am down to 1 aim 120. I wasted my Fox 2, which means for close-up range, I need to get a good lock and good shot on him. He's back on data link, so I can see him. I can track where he's going. My radar is still off. Dogfight mode, but radar off. Don't want to spook him. Using data link to predict where he's going to be. Alright, time to look for him because I can't see him visually. The terrain is very complex. It's really hard to discern a hostile. Looking for him, looking for him. Vertical scan is helping me out. I'm hoping to get an accidental lock here. There we go. Got him. Fox 3. This is a close range Fox 3. The missile's burning. Tombstone does a great defense. He dives, and that forces the missile into the mountain. Alright, it's time for guns, boys. Here we go. Good luck staying on him. The important thing is, again, not to spook the bandit or hostile. In this particular case, I'm weapons free, so he is a hostile. Anybody who says bandit, that means that you're not authorized to use weapons. Alright, I see him turning to the right here. Following him. Still got him. And then I lose him. Why? Because that was a predicted track. So my radar was predicting where he was going to be, but I thought he went straight. That's what the radar told me, but if you look on the TAC view, in the top right, he actually did a loop. So all I can do here is continue to flow the way he was going and hope that he is going to be there. There is no updates on data link at this time, because data link's about 5 seconds delayed. So whenever you see an object on data link, just imagine that position was 5 seconds ago or so. So he's doing a second circle and I'm doing a second circle. Just visually head on a swivel, just looking around. Over the top of the mountain, he could be hiding low. So visually looking and rolling around with vertical scan as well. There's lock. He turns around on the dime. I'm going for guns. That was a missile that just flew by me. Whoa, that was close. I survived. That was just pure luck. The missile didn't hit me in the face. Let's take a look at that again. He's in front of me. I lock him. He turns on a dime and we're going head to head here. There's the Fox 2. I get lucky. Guns, no hits. He gets lucky. I've got him visually. I cannot let him go. He wasted a lot of energy that turn. I'm also very slow. I'm 195 knots. That's a very bad speed for an F-16. My only saving grace is that I'm still fairly light. If I was fully loaded, I'd be in trouble. And that Mirage is super slow below me. Try to maintain my airspeed, not run into any mountains while turning in on him. Looking for that lock. Reset radar. And let's go for guns. Makes a mistake here. He goes into the vertical, which slows him down, and there's hits. Alright, splash Tombstone. Pop some flares for respect while Tombstone hits the ground. Good fight. Good fight. Whew. Gets a little bit tense like that. Alright, let's do a quick recap of that just final moment there. He's popping flares. He thinks I still have missiles. He pulls up, goes into the vertical, and that's easy time to get those guns on him. He's out of there. In retrospect, if Tombstone had continued to turn left and just ran that little valley, I think that would have been a little bit more successful for him. For now, Plasma 1945 is now his RTB. Total of 6 missiles and 3 bandits down, so not too bad for the stats. Alright guys, so coming back for a landing. This is a fairly long video. Hopefully you didn't mind it, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and of course, as always, looking for your feedback on the length of videos, just because I know some people just like those 5-second short clips. Maybe I'll make a short out of this, but for now, fly safe and ask questions. I'll see if I can help with whatever I can on the F-16 as well. Although I'll probably just go and ask Resin from our squad because he really knows that thing inside and out. Alright guys, Plasma 1945 out.